Greetings one and all, this is Rhythmworks and welcome to my channel with some more Battlefield Hardline action. What can I tell you? I simply have an unhealthy obsession with this game of late. I am really enjoying this game. I'm enjoying my purchase to the point where I've actually bought the premium, which I knew that was going to happen anyway. Just going to be a matter of course for me doing so. And I'm loving the game. I never thought I would say this, but I enjoy playing fast-paced, quick twitch first-person shooters now. I really do. And I totally understand the fascination with those types of games with other gamers. You know, I really do. But anyway, I'm featuring this video because it features myself and Pemby, and I really have to give Pemby a lot of props because it was that dude that more or less inspired me on two levels. A, he inspired me to set up my own YouTube channel, and B, he inspired me and converted me into the whole Battlefield franchise, you know. And with that, I'm really truly grateful. Truly grateful. I'm truly grateful for that because now I have a YouTube channel and now I am playing a game that I absolutely enjoy to the fullest and I'm a big fan of. So Pemby, thank you so much, my brethren. Thank you so much, my friend. And yeah, this video features myself and him. And this video is more or less entitled the things I've learned playing Battlefield Hardline. And it's not specifically to Battlefield, it's the things that I've learned playing games of that ilk. First person, fast-paced, or moderately fast-paced, Twitch-based shooter games. And these might resonate with you, these might not, but this is what I've found, this is what I've learned playing the game. First of all, and I think it's very obvious that communication is definitely key. If you don't have a headset, if you don't have a mic, you can use the onboard communication system to communicate, you know, as minimal as you want to, but you have to communicate anyway. There is no way you can basically play this game as a team-based game without communicating. I mean, even with like the squads that you're lamped with or you're landed with, you know, you're gonna have to communicate in some kind of way, you know, and that is really important. But for me, it is key, totally key. Even more to the point, is the level of communication that you have. With me, I just like to communicate straight, simple, concise instructions. Where I am, where I'm going, where the threat is, and where the threat is to my teammates. And that's all I like to communicate. Like incidental chat, it can fill up the airwave, if you like, and as much as I would like to get my point across, or other teammates would like to get their point across, they can't do it if they have to talk over somebody that's basically giving incidental chat. So that's one real important thing. You can do that in the lobbies and have a plan worked out, have a plan figured out, but in the heat of battle, forget about that. There's my gold plate. Yeah, thank you very much. But yeah, communication is key. Second thing, classes, know them. Know your classes, you know. I mean, for Battlefield veterans, it's obvious what they need to basically do. They know what they have to do. But for someone like myself, who's just a relative newcomer to the series, newcomer to the genre, you just got to know your classes, you know. Know your classes and know your strengths and weaknesses within all of those classes. For me, operator and mechanic, those are my two favorite classes. I'm not really too hot on enforcer or professional. I'm not really a shotgun kind of dude, and as far as, you know, being a professional, being a sniper is concerned, I have the utmost respect for those who can quick scope and that shit. You know, it's a skill that obviously I don't have, but I respect, you know what I mean? It doesn't fill me with joy when I'm getting sniped like 15 times by the same brother, but you know, it's a skill nonetheless. But classes, know your classes, and you know which classes that you feel ultimately comfortable with, and more or less just stick with them, you know. And in future events or future sessions, yeah, practice your other classes. Okay, and that kind of leads on to the third thing I've learned, is be an all-rounder. And by that I mean, you know, not just go for the kills, but be an all-rounder in terms of seeing an enemy, pointing out an enemy to someone, being a mechanic, helping to fix vehicles, being an operator, being a medic, you know, killing your enemy or reviving your enemy and just flinging down that health pack, because that will basically help you in more ways than one, in which I will explain later on in the video. But just try and be an all-rounder, try and be an asset to the collective in many different ways, not just about killing the enemies. Number 4, join Battlelog. If you haven't done so already, Battlelog is a website that is associated with the Battlefield franchise, in which you can hook up with your friends, you know, also, you know, do some customizations in terms of your avatar, your emblem, and your loadouts and things like that. And you can actually use that as a companion on your tablet device, on your phone or what have you, to accompany you in the game. It's kind of easy to do it online as well on your PS4, but it's just down to the individual. You know, some people are just not interested in that aspect of the game, and that's cool. But, you know, to have that full experience, yeah, I mean, I would suggest it, I would recommend it. Okay, number 5, KD ratios are not important in the game. Trust me, I have seen people with a 0.5, 0.10, 3.5, 1-2 ratio that's clocked up like 18,000 points in a match. And I wondered to myself, how the hell has he done that? And it's simply by the preceding point, the preceding thing that I've learned, by being an all-rounder. You know, if you spot your enemies, if you heal your enemies, if you heal the vehicles that you are in, that will help you a great deal, and that will earn you points. And that way it kind of encourages you as a team member, as a team squad member, to be an asset in numerous ways, rather than just go running and gunning and killing and shooting people, because trust me, that is not the basis of the game. Battlefield is a different beast to Call of Duty in that respect, you know. So know that KD ratios aren't important in the game. It's nice if you get a good KD ratio and you get, you know, a shitload of XP, that's fine, you know. It's people that really know how to work it that way will get that. But if you're coming into the game with that in mind, or with killing as many people in mind, or you got a Call of Duty headspace on, you know that it's not gonna work that way. Okay, number 6, know where and when to spawn, because sometimes you will have your teammates in a position where they're in real stuck. I mean, I've had experiences where I've actually spawned on my friends at the same place and get killed like 3, 4, 5 times running, you know, and that's because they're getting basically poked by a sniper above them, where they have their height as an advantage. So sometimes you have to kind of look at the map while you're spawning and tell people where they are or where the threat is while you're spawning. That is definitely a good tip, so that they can move to a more safer location for you to spawn. I mean, it's only common sense, you know. And with spawn beacons and stuff like that, they can be used to your advantage as well. So know when and where to spawn safely. Okay, tip number 7. R1 like fucking mad, man. And by that I mean look for enemies. Tag as many enemies as you can. I don't care if you're aiming into the abyss of nowhere. Just tap the R1 button, because sometimes you never know. You can see somebody, you can tag somebody that you can't see, you know, you can't see with the naked eye, but the instrument, or the tagging instrument, will basically do all of the work for you. So even if you don't see them, just get into the habit of using that R1 button like mad, and that way, you know, the odds of basically tagging someone are much greater than they are if you just run around the place, because that's where, oh, George, being disconnected. That's where you're gonna make a lot of mistakes by just running around and not being an asset by pointing out enemies to people. You're just gonna be collateral. So R1 like mad. Try and get as many tags as possible, because with all those tags you get spot bonuses, and that will help you in the long run as well. Okay, number 8, run in noise. I know it's a common sense kind of one, but if you go into a map and it's very, very quiet and there's a group of you running, chances are is that, you know, the other side, you know, are equipped with some good headsets, you know, to listen to where the footsteps are coming from. And if they really got shit hot headsets, they're gonna know. They're just gonna know where the footsteps are coming from, especially if they're not hearing no explosions to drown out the noise. So what you have to do is, whenever you hear a battle going on, run. That's when you run. Don't run in silence. That's one of the biggest giveaways you can ever give away to your team. And not only that, don't run to your team member either. Always work on a flanking formation, because that way, although they might hear footsteps going in one direction, they're not going to hear your other teammate who's keeping still, monitoring the whole situation. You know, so noise is important. You know, noise is important to you. That can be your cover to get you round the map as and when you need to. And let me see, number 9, CTFO FTW. That means capture the fucking objective for the win, right? The basis of the game is for you to win, to capture the objective and to win as a team. Not for you to basically have more kills than any other person in the game, in your squad, in the team, in the game. You know, it's nice, like I said, if you do get it. And, you know, what I've noticed with my teammates is that we are quick to congratulate each other if one of us gets the top score. You know what I mean? So it's not a thing that, you know, we compete with each other to get, but it's nice to see one of our teammates, one of our squad members actually getting the top score. And it's kind of fulfilling. It's kind of rewarding to know that your teammates, you know, are appreciative of your efforts in that respect. I find that very morale boosting in a team. You know what I mean? You know, but capture the objective. Just do what needs to be done with all the other tips in mind to win the match, win the game, you know, because that's what it's all about. That's when your ratio is important, your win-loss ratio. I have that more important than a KD ratio, because I've seen matches where some dudes have some mad KD ratios and they still lost the game, still lost it, you know, and to some degree by a huge margin. And with that, you can tell that that dude is more or less trying to carry the other team, but they're not, because they're not being an all-rounder. They're not being an asset to the whole collective. They just want to kill as many people as they can. And like I said, that's not going to work. So capture the objective. Work as a team, regardless. Work as a team for the win. The win-loss ratio is more important than the KD ratio. And last but by no means least, have fun. Have fun with the game. You know, embrace your weaknesses. Embrace your weaknesses, because I'm telling you, with this game, there is no way you can win them all. No way. Even your team members, they might have an off day. I sometimes rage. I know a couple of my squaddies, they rage a lot, you know, and for very good reason. But have fun. That's what I'm saying. Just have fun with the game. Anyway, that is it for me for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. And as always, you know the coup. Whatever the game, whatever the genre, whatever the media, whatever the format, happy gaming, because that, ladies and gentlemen, is what it's all about. Happy gaming. I don't care what you play. If you're happy playing it, I'm happy with you and I'm happy for you. So anyway, until we meet again on the next video on Rhythmworks Gaming channel, take care, stay blessed, Magan.
Watch the